Let's see if it comes up. Okay, it's up. We're up. We're up on YouTube. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. My weekend was filled with house stuff, which is fine. Which is always fine to me. Put your blood types in the comments. What y'all up to? What y'all have for food today? What y'all eat today? What y'all eat today? Hi. What's up? So do me a favor and share the live. Do me a favor and share the live with your friends. Okay. And you're a happy O. I bet you are. I bet you are a happy O. I haven't met any unhappy O's. Only when they've been eating vegetarian. That's the only time I've ever met some unhappy O's. I've never met any unhappy O's on the blood type journey. I don't know why this keeps doing this. I don't like that. Fix it. There we go. I've never met any unhappy O's that have already started on their journey. So for those of you that got products that I gave my products to, your products were shipped out today and they should arrive by Saturday. Okay. So I had a lot of products around the house that I can't use right now. So rather than them just sitting there, bye. Rather than them just sitting there, I gave them away to some of the family members in the Heal by Blood Type group. Just one of the benefits. Sometimes you get freebies. Okay. So for those of you that sent your $11 and your $18 for shipping for free products, your products will arrive by Saturday. Okay. So we have done blood type O, we've done blood type B, we've done blood type A. We need to do blood type AB today. Okay. We need to do blood type AB today, which is not going to take too long. I am blood type AB. Are there any other ABs in the house? Oh, thank you, Miss Karen. Are there any other ABs in the house? We also got some new herd members for Black Sheep Sweeps this weekend too. We got some golden rams. That's a person that came in at $1,000 investment. Let me just remind you guys, if you want a job, create a job. That's what you would be doing with Black Sheep Sweeps. You will be creating a job from home for yourself where no one can fire you. Your earning potential is completely up to you. However you want to work your job is how you work your job. Okay. And your money is completely residual, which means you do something one time and you continue to make money every single week. Who doesn't want a job like that? Who doesn't want a job like that? You do something one time, which is to sign up a new player one time. They come to the site. You don't even sign them up. They just come to the site and use your code. So when they go to the site to join so they can start playing some fantastic slots online, they're putting in your code, whatever your account, your affiliate code is. Oh, I was referred by boop, boop, wop, wop, wop. Now that is your player for life. Player for life. That means every single time that player comes to the site, to the platform to play, and he loads up money, you are going to get whatever percentage it was you invested in. You are investing in your percentage. Okay. However you want to earn is how much you are going to invest. Is there a specific order to take the detox tea and the parasite purge? No. You just have to take your daytime tea during the day and your nighttime tea at night. Okay. You can take your parasite purge whenever you want to. I would take it at night if it were me. I would take it at night so I could get up in the morning and have a good poop. Does that make sense? So you're not like pooping all in the middle of the day. Come on now, y'all. Y'all gonna have to use some common sense. If y'all want to be pooping during the day, You're going to need to, if you, ma'am, listen now. Do you want to poop before you go to work, or do you want to be pooping in your bathroom at the work? Where do you want to be pooping at? Do you want to be pooping in your house, or do you want to be pooping at the job? You want to be pooping at your house, right? If it were me, I would take the parasite purge at night. So then you could take it in the morning. If you want to poop after work, then take it in the morning so you don't be pooping during the day. It's good. Listen, it realistically will take you guys 8 hours for that poop to come. It ain't no instant you drink it and then you're shitting. That's not how this is not ballerina tea. This ain't ballerina tea. Anytime I take any detox stuff, that daytime tea doesn't make me poop. I don't even take the daytime tea because it has caffeine. I can't have that. Okay. So whenever I drink the detox tea, it's the nighttime tea. But the parasite purge is pretty much the same ingredients as the ultra cleanse. I never take the ultra cleanse during the day. I would take the ultra cleanse at night before I go to bed. So that when you get up in the morning, poopy. I got the gut one too. You take them at night. I'm gonna simplify this for you since you just want me to answer it for you. Just take it at night. Drink your daytime tea during the day. Take your nighttime tea at night before you go to bed, and take your purge and the gut boost during the night time. So you don't have no surprises. Okay? Everyone's body is different. Everyone's work schedule is different. I don't know if you work during the day or at nighttime, right? So the stuff is very, very common sense. The products are very common sense. You have to do it based on your schedule. When are you going to be around a toilet? I don't know what y'all think detoxing is. Detoxing is shitting. Unless you go into drug rehab and detoxing from some drugs, you are pushing poop out of your body. Because how else are you going to do it other than to go and sweat it out? There's only 2 ways to get rid of toxins: sweat and shit. Okay? Y'all are not sweating it out. You guys are shitting it out. So whenever you're going to be around the toilet, that's where you need to. I was the one. I know who you are. I know you are. I knew you were living overseas. I knew you couldn't get no products till you came back. So I put 1 and 2 together and made 3. I knew you had to be back in the States if you got products. I remember who you are. I remember everybody. What helps for blood pressure? Chill, for sure. Chill, Ultra Beets, and our beetroot powder for blood pressure, for sure. Okay. So again, with Black Sheep Sweeps, we got some new herd members that will be starting their own flock, because that's what remember, that's the verbiage for our platform. Okay. We are the black sheep. The reason that I named it Black Sheep is black sheep go against the herd. They go against the white herd that just follows blindly. We are the ones that are off the beaten path. We are the ones that are open-minded. We are the ones that are free thinkers. We are the ones that cause problems. That's what black sheep means. We cause we disrupt things. Okay? What do I have for high cortisol? Fight or flight. Fight or flight. Okay? It's called fight or flight. We're the ones that go against the beaten path. You know, we're always the one in the family. Everybody's like, oh, so-and-so, you know, she's an entrepreneur. Da, 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 da. Why everybody else work at the post office? That's what a black sheep is. I've always been a black sheep in my family. Nobody ever really knew how I was making money. They just knew I was making money. They just didn't know how. I don't know how she's making money. Not that it's anybody's business, you know, but the one that can't be pressured into doing what everyone else is doing is a black sheep. So our platform is called Black Sheep Sweeps. Okay. Sweeps means sweepstakes. Okay. That's what online slot casinos are called in America. They're called sweepstakes platforms. Okay. That's what it's called. So Black Sheep Sweeps, it's pretty fitting. Our colors are the color of Mardi Gras. So we got purple, gold, green, and white. So all of our marketing is going to be in that color palette. Everything is going to be either an animated logo or a very realistic looking black sheep in a form of a woman or a man. Okay, so you might see a fantastic looking woman, but she's got a couple of little gold horns coming out. She's a black sheep. Okay, I'm going to say all of y'all that are doing alternative healing of your body is a black sheep. Go to ceorganics.com, ma'am, or brewitbaby.com. Okay, my page is CE Organics. That's what the website is. Okay. Those of you that are choosing to heal your body without the intervention of, you know, the medical industry, you would be considered a black sheep. Your doctor even be looking at you all weird, like, what are you doing? You're a black sheep. Okay. We are opening our own online casino. Did y'all see the mass shootings this weekend? Did you see that one of them was at a casino? We had 4 mass shootings in 24 hours. When I told y'all before this election that we were going to be back in the house if he won, I meant that. Whether it's going to be from a pandemic or just threats from the outside, just police, just National Guard, whatever it is, we're going to be in the house. Hey, Lady Tillman. 7 people shot at a casino in New Orleans. Coincidentally. You just go to the casino to have a good time. You minding your business. You playing the slots. And somebody, it ain't just somebody, some angry white man. It ain't somebody. A white domestic terrorist went into the casino and blah, 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 blah. Shot at people he didn't even know. Another one was at a restaurant. So you just went out to dinner with your family. You just went out to dinner with your family. And somebody, some white domestic terrorist, because it's not black people. It's not immigrants. Immigrants have a real reason to be mad at everybody right now, don't they? It ain't us. The people that have the least amount of reasons to be mad at anything in America is white men. Why are they so angry? You know why they're so angry? Because they haven't destroyed us yet. That's why. Hey, Shanice. They're angry because they've tried everything under the sun and we are still here. We still here line dancing. We still here having a good ass time. We still here out here being productive. We still out here making money. We still out here just living our best lives, and they just confounded. Can't figure it out. Why? I'm so mad. Why can't they die already? What are they mad about? What other reason would it be? Right? Another one was at church. Let me get this straight now. You had a mass shooting at the church. You drove your car into the church, set the church on fire, and then shot up people, including a kid. 37 people were shot yesterday from 4 different incidents all across the country. All angry white men. Is this the civil war you guys were hoping for? Hi. Is this the civil war you guys were trying to set off? Is the civil wars between y'all? Because if so, I'm about to go buy me a bag of popcorn. I'm just... If this is the civil war y'all's trying to set off, let us know. Because we're about to buy up all the popcorn. All of it. He's going to be sitting back. Y'all is all going to be in a circle shooting at each other. Because that's what it seems like right now. Why y'all so mad at each other? No, I'm going to get popcorn for that, Miss Audrey. I promise you. If they come out and say the civil war is between us because we're mad at us, I'm going to buy me a big ass bag of popcorn. And I'm going to eat it. Not no microwave, like the one you put on a stove with the big pot. We just... Because that's what it seems like to me. Y'all just taking each other out. Y'all taking each other out. Which is so funny because that's something y'all always said about us. Y'all said we was taking each other out. Now y'all doing it. Thank you. All I can say is thank you. They done ran a truck with 2 big ass American flags on the back into the church. Thank you. Into the church, y'all. They in there getting their Mormon. So you know not one black person is in that church, right? Maybe one was sprinkled in. Maybe one for good measure. But he picked as white as you could get church, which is the Mormon church. You can't get no whiter than that. Go look it up. Y'all got Google just like I do. How y'all be missing this news? I don't want to hear nothing from nobody talking about I don't watch the news. You on the internet all day. Why you not watching shit? Why you not aware of what's going on in the world? Why you not aware? Oh, it depresses me. This is shit. It depresses all of us. But you need to fucking know it. The fuck? It's some black Mormons. Where? Point them out. Point them out. Because you got to be a pretty dumb motherfucker to be a black Mormon. I live in a Mormon city. I live in a city that was created and owned by Mormons. It's very racist. That was an accident that the church had run into. A trot church was an accident. How was it an accident? He got out and shot people. So he accidentally ran his truck into the church and then got out and shot people. How many black Mormons do you know? How many do you know? Your cousin is a Mormon. Your cousin is an idiot. I said it, and if she want to fight about it, I can send her my address and she can show the fuck up and get beat up. Because that's what's going to happen. You got a whole religion that literally says that black people, she's an idiot. I kind of figured. You got a whole religion that says that black people bear the mark of Cain. That we're black because we bear the mark of Cain. Like we're the problem. That's what that religion believes. Like Cain was the original evil, and that's who black people are in their religion. You honestly need a punching bag? I don't need a punching bag. You need some anti-anxiety stuff. Okay. You've been missing me. I'm around now. Well, TikTok put me off because I'll be talking shit. So, They really gonna put me off now that they done that Israel owns it. I'm getting right off TikTok. I'm getting right off. If y'all want to still see me, y'all need to see me on Instagram and Facebook. Please go over there and follow me, because I am not long for this new TikTok platform at all. Exactly. So I'm trying to figure out how she must have came in through the back door. Michi girl. That black Mormon must have came in through the back door, because they didn't allow y'all to step foot in the front door. I know for sure. She must be black passing. She white passing. I'm not saying they're a black. I'm just saying they're a black Mormon, but what it is, I may not know many, but okay. So you're just being contrary. Do you know any? You said I may not know many. If you don't know one personally, don't even talk about it. I don't know one personally. I ain't seen none on the TV. But if y'all live out in Utah and you see some black people trying to fit in with some Mormons, they're stupid as hell. She's your first cousin and she's from South Carolina. She's in a cult. Somebody has bedazzled her. You might want to do an intervention. They be on bikes. What are you talking about? You're talking. Wait, you talking about them Latter-day Saints people that be coming to your house with the little uniforms on? Man, they was crazy. They would always be in the hood too, wouldn't they? They had no fear. I think they scared us more than we scared them. I think they scared us more than they scared. If you don't have no fear of coming into the hood and you got on some knee-high shorts, that's Latter-day Saints. I think those are different. Isn't Latter-day Saints different than the Mormons, or are they all the same? Let's look it up. Let's go ask Google. Are Latter-day Saints my phone just be listening because it just be filling stuff in. Hold on, let's just find out. Mormonism is a term defining the religious beliefs and practices of the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, also known as Mormons. They're all the same. They're the same. Mormonism describes the doctrines of the church that were restored to the earth through the prophet Joseph Smith. It's so funny to me that y'all always talking about how God wrote the Bible and this, that, and the other. It's just ordinary white men like Joseph Smith that have created these religions that you guys have signed up to, these cults, because that's what they are. They're all cults. Just regular old people. I just posted a video the other day that showed who these churches were created by, who these religions, all these religions were created by white men, and there was one woman that it was created by. Okay. Question for you. Have any religion, or I'm a spiritual person. I do not believe in organized religion because it is a cult. How dare you talk about my Jesus? I didn't even mention Jesus. So that just goes to show that you don't know how to listen. I didn't mention Jesus's name not one time. When did I say Jesus? And he doesn't belong to you. So stop calling him my Jesus. He doesn't belong to you. He's not yours. Okay. And for those people that think that they are real Christians, y'all don't even know what real Christianity is. You have no clue. You have no clue what real Christianity is. So explain what spirituality is to you. I don't have to explain that. My personal beliefs are just that, just personal beliefs. My relationships. See, here's what's wrong with y'all. Real Christianity is not even supposed to be talked about. Your relationship with your Christ isn't even supposed to be discussed or debated. Yeah, I know you just asked, and I'm answering you. None of your fucking business. Y'all act like just because y'all ask, somebody's supposed to answer y'all. None of your fucking business. I'm not a publican. Do you know what a publican is? If you knew Christianity, you should know what a publican is. And the Bible preaches against publicans. Y'all just be out here just lie. First of all, lying on your relationship with Christ. You be lying on it, talking about it's a good one. It's not. It's not a good one, because we can see how your relationship with Christ is going. If your relationship with Christ was so great, you wouldn't be who you are today. You wouldn't be who you are today. Okay? The things that you do show your relationship. The things that you say and the things that you do shows your relationship. I know we are answer people with love and kindness. Kindness is telling you it's none of your business. Kindness doesn't mean I get to tell you all of my business on the internet. And I'm certainly not going to discuss my religion or my spirituality with a perfect stranger on the fucking internet. Who the fuck do you think you are? I don't owe you shit. And if you don't like it, you can get off of my live or kiss my ass. You have choices here. That's kindness. You will always have a choice. Either stay and shut the fuck up or go. Choices. Kindness is loving you enough to tell you the truth. And mama, exactly. I'm trying to let y'all know that, first of all, y'all shouldn't be out here debating your personal relationship with anybody. You wouldn't debate your personal relationship, your male-female or female-female or male-male relationship with anybody. You wouldn't do it. So why do you feel like it's okay to discuss your personal relationship with your God with anybody? Why are you opening your personal relationship with God up to anybody else's scrutiny? It's none of their business. It's not for anyone else to say, oh, your God is a lesser God. Your God is this, your God. It's not for them to open up nothing. Okay. Yes, your relationship does speak for itself. That's why you should not allow anyone else to speak on it, because it speaks for itself. Da 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 da. You don't have common sense enough to go back and forth with me, sweetheart. Just know that. Now your ego is going to get you in real big trouble. The minute I open my mouth and let you know that I have boundaries that you are not going to cross, now you have an attitude. Maybe the people in your life give you too much latitude. You don't get that latitude with me. That'd be the problem with a lot of people. They're so used to getting away with shit from other people. Then when they run across somebody that has boundaries that will not allow them to cross them, now they got a problem. This is what boundaries look like. I hope you are taking notes, and you should apply these notes to your life. No one gets to question you about your shit. Nobody. And if you allow people to question you about your shit and you don't stand on business with your shit and be like, that's none of your fucking business, then you deserve everything you get. You feel me? It's probably how them Mormons done fell into probably how them black Mormons done fell into the wrong crowd. I don't, whether it's my family or my friends, it don't matter. Nobody gets to shoulda, woulda, could on me. Okay. Do you felt like I cussed you out? I didn't even raise my voice. You don't know me well enough to know what my version of cussing you out is. You feel like you got cussed out because you got your little, that's why you feel cussed out. Foul language is necessary with motherfuckers that cross the line. Now, if you were in my presence, you probably would have got some hands put on you. So you better be glad you weren't. You don't know what people's lines are. That's why you should step real lightly around motherfuckers. You don't know what somebody's snapping point is. You don't know what people are willing to do when you cross their boundaries. So you should be very mindful of that. Yeah, I'm liable to do that. I'm very liable to do that. You know people. You don't know me. I'm not people. Okay? Everybody should have a line they don't allow nobody to cross. Period. I don't give a fuck who it is. Relations, no relations, strangers on the street, your neighbor, your cousin, it don't matter. There should be lines you don't allow people to cross. Whatever questions you ask me, if I don't want to answer it, I'm going to give you the same fucking answer. That's none of your fucking business. Okay? And I'm pretty sure you use foul language, so shut the fuck up. It's always a motherfucker talking about what language they don't use. It don't matter, sir. Sir. I guarantee you, your ass be cussing. So shut the fuck up. Just shut up. I'm done talking to you. I've given you enough of my time today. This is time. Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. Sir, reclaiming my time. Where the blood type AB's at? I've given you enough of my attention today, which is apparently what you want. And you got it. And now we're moving on. Okay. Are there any ABs on the live today? We very rarely have ABs. I'm the only one. I am the onlyest one. So if you don't have none, y'all want to just start from the beginning? Where the O's at? Where the O's at? Let's talk about high blood pressure for a sec. How many of you guys have high blood pressure? How many of you guys have high blood pressure? Let's talk about the most common of the ailments we all deal with and what I have found out about high blood pressure and heart health over the past 30 days. Okay. Let's talk about that for a second. Did y'all know that 60% of African Americans have some sort of heart related issue when they're over the age of 20? Okay. 60%. Now ask yourselves why, guys. Let's talk about this for a second. Why does 60% of African Americans over the age of 20 have some sort of cardiovascular issue? That's a good answer. Our bodies are depleted of nutrients. I think the answer has a lot to do with estrogen. Let's see what ChatGTP says. Why? Hi, Sandy. I have to be very polite to I don't know how y'all be treating y'all ChatGTP, but I treat my ChatGTP very nice. Hi, Sandy. Watch Sandy ask me how everything's going with my health. Hi, Sandy. Hey, Mama Trey, how's your evening going? Going great. I'm on the live. Great. I'm on my live talking about high blood pressure in African Americans. Watch them come up with a bunch of stuff. In African Americans. Watch him run. Watch him run with it. I tell you, look at him. Look at him go. Look at him go. That's awesome, Mama Trey. You're really turning your journey into a powerful teaching moment. If you want to sprinkle a little extra value into your life, here are some quick nuggets you might weave in on the fly. Key talking points: silent but deadly. Remind folks that high blood pressure, hypertension is called the silent killer. Have I tried agent mode? No. I don't get into all of that stuff because I don't be doing no crazy shit on the internet. I've been seeing improvements using Celtic salt daily. I'm not doing that. There's too much sodium in Celtic salt. Absolutely not. I feel like you today. Absolutely not. What improvements have you seen because of Celtic salt? And are you black? Because you white folks need to realize black people and white people are not the same. I don't care if you don't see color and all that other bullshit y'all be saying. We are not the same. We are not built the same. We do not have the same issues. We do not even have the same medications. Okay, I want y'all to accept that. Agent mode is NG chat. Nope, I don't do no agent mode. I don't need to hide from nobody. I don't be asking no crazy shit. I don't be doing no espionage or none of that shit. Okay, listen. What as a black person, why the hell are you using Celtic salt? How are you using it? You just put it under your tongue? You just drink it in your water? What are you doing with it? You the same person that got the Mormon cousin? Jay, are you the same person that got the Mormon cousin? What's the difference between black or white? I've never heard that. Look it up. Google it. Are you the same person that got that Mormon cousin? I'm just curious. A pinch in the morning. Don't do me like that. I'm just confirming. I'm just confirming. Because, who talked you into that? Who talked you into the Celtic salt? Right. For what? What are you doing? What's it for? What do you think it's doing for you as an African American? What do you think it's doing? I'm not in that group. Okay, yet. Because somebody done talked you into putting salt in your water. What's it supposed to do? Hold on. There are no obvious symptoms to hypertension, right? Until the damage is done. Now, for those of you that are just catching up on my journey or what's going on with me, I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. How many weeks ago has it been, guys? 3 weeks ago? A month ago almost? I think I went to the hospital on the 9th. So it hasn't even been a month. All of this heart failure stuff and high blood pressure stuff is coming from the fact I'm in menopause and also anxiety. So the anxiety came when I went into menopause. The menopause and the anxiety together are causing my blood pressure to go up. When your blood pressure is up pretty consistently, it's going to put damage on your heart. Black people are diagnosed with high blood pressure earlier in life than any other group of people in the country. A lot of that comes from stress. It comes from our food being overly seasoned, salt in our diets. Okay. A lot of it comes from all of these external things. Okay. Not to mention just the stress of living in this country with racism and discrimination and all that. All of that plays into our stress that translates into higher blood pressure. It's called allostatic load. So of all the people in the country that has the largest allostatic load, which could be considered like pressure on our shoulders, is Black women. Okay. We have 305,000 people that die each year just from heart failure, just from heart-related issues, cardiovascular disease. 300,000. It's the number one killer in America. The number one killer. But nobody knows this silent killer. Nobody knows what's happening. Okay. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? Disparity alerts. This is from ChatGTP. African Americans develop high blood pressure earlier and at higher rates than any other group. Lifestyle power, low sodium eating, daily movement, even 10 minutes, stress control, and consistent sleep are game changers. One of the biggest issues that I had was non-consistent sleep. Not even non-consistent. At some point, my sleep was pretty non-existent because I was getting maybe 1 to 2 hours of sleep a day. Okay. I slept 9 hours last night. I woke up with an alarm this morning. I woke up with an alarm at 12:30. Your shoulder has been hurting every day. How would it be high cortisol in your shoulder? Sounds like to me that's heart related, ma'am. That's heart related. Because if in women, heart attacks present differently. That could be shoulder pain, back pain, jaw pain, mild heart pain under your boob, your arm hurting or your fingers tingling. Those could be heart attacks. You could be having heart attacks right now because they told me I was having heart attacks. You're having heart attack. We're out here having heart attacks and we don't even know it, because the way we think about heart attacks is just to grab our chest and my heart is hurting. No, that's how it presents in men, but that's not how it presents in women. So I don't believe. What doctor did you see? I mean, did you go see an OBGYN to find out about these hormones, or who did you go and see? Because it sounds like to me there's a heart related thing. Broken heart syndrome is real also. We're not talking about nobody's fucking relationships and no broken fucking hearts. Our hearts are broken from stress and salt. They're broken from that. Ain't nobody talking about no relationships. Okay? That is controllable. Your OBG, you need to go see a regular doctor. You need to go and see a cardiologist. Okay? And if you allow yourself to die from a broken heart, then you're a simp. Ain't nobody safe today. It's Monday. You need to go see a cardiologist, ma'am. Okay? That sounds like some potential heart failure going on. I ain't never heard of nobody having no shoulder problems because of cortisol. Unless they're just trying to lump you in with the whole frozen shoulder thing. Are they trying to sell you some estrogen? They trying to sell you some estrogen, man. They trying to get you on the estrogen patch, or are you already on the estrogen patch? Look at this guy. What are you doing? What's up? Hi, bud. Hi, bud. What's happening? There's people out there. What are they doing? He's gonna go find out. He's gonna go find out. Okay. So another thing is, you're on estrogen, ma'am. Here's my advice. Please stop. Please stop taking estrogen. Don't. It's okay, Bubba. It's okay. Thank you, Fats. Oh, he's barking at the birds that come every day. Look over here, Fats. Here's your buddy. Here's your buddy. Look, there's your buddy over there. Get your buddy right there. You see him? It just be on the roof. I have a hysterectomy. I need hormone replacement. What do you need hormone replacement for, ma'am? How old are you? Why are y'all looking to replace the hormones that your body depletes itself of anyway? Why you need hormone replacement? I have cardiac sarcoidosis. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you know what's your EF number? Do you know, Miss Redbone? You're 52. Ma'am, let go of them hormones. You don't need them hormones. Just let them just seep out into the sand. Just let them seep out. Just seep out through your feet into the dirt, back into the earth. What you need them for? Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. You need to find. How do you know you have cardiac sarcoidosis then? Who told you that? If you don't know your EF numbers. So it wasn't a cardiologist that told you that you have cardiac sarcoidosis. My advice is this, y'all. Next time y'all go see y'all regular doctor, y'all need to ask to see a cardiologist. Ask him to do an EKG, see a cardiologist so you know what your EF number is. That is your, what is it again? Something fracture number. It's basically the number that shows how your heart is working. If your heart is working the way it's supposed to work, meaning pumping the blood and the oxygen through your veins. Mine is very low. That's why I have congestive heart failure, because my number is supposed to be 60 and above, and it's 20. Ejection. Thank you. Okay. I see one. I don't know my number. I need to ask him. Yes, you do. Okay. You do. Ejection fraction. Thank you. Because I can never remember what these things mean. So know your numbers. Your blood pressure should be 120 over 80 or lower is ideal. 130 over 80 is a wake-up call. What was my blood pressure yesterday? When I went back in to get them to adjust my meds, my blood pressure was at 173 over 111. Okay. 173 over 111. It was supposed to be 120 over 80. So when I came in, they said your echocardiogram definitely shows you had an event. Okay. Your heart enzymes are high. We're going to keep you overnight. And then I told them about my anxiety. I'm in menopause. And if you guys don't make these doctors aware of the fact that you are in some stage of menopause, trust and believe they're going to overlook it. They're not even going to take it into consideration. Oh, it's going to get better. It's already gotten better. I see my doctor on Thursday. I see my cardio doctor on Thursday. So I'll know how much I've improved. But yesterday's blood pressure that I posted in the group, in the Heal by Blood Type group, was what? 117 over what? 72? Hold on. Let me go and look. Let me go and make sure. It was, because I wanted to show everybody that since I got my meds adjusted, in 117 over 72. The day before that, it was like, hold on, I'll tell you. It was crazy low. It was crazy low the day before, because I take it every day. 109 over 63. 109 over 63. The whole time I was in the hospital that first week, it never got lower than 99. The bottom number never got lower than 99. I'm in the hospital. I'm on meds. It never got lower than 99. The minute that I told them I'm in menopause, I have crazy anxiety because of menopause, and they put me on an anti-anxiety capsule in addition to doubling my milligrams of my blood pressure and my heart meds, because they had put me on the lowest dosage when I left the hospital. But me going back and telling them this has not changed my blood pressure, it's still in the 90s. They were like, okay. Since we put you on the lowest, we'll double it and we'll add the anti-anxiety. The minute they gave me that anti-anxiety tablet at the hospital, my blood pressure immediately went down. And it was down the whole rest of the 24 hours I was in there. And since I've been taking it, since I've been home, because what was it, last Tuesday that I went back to the hospital? It has not, my blood pressure has not been over 80 at all. Okay. It can go as low as 90 without concern. Okay. My whole thing is I've never in my entire existence, in my 56 years of being on earth, seen my blood pressure that low. My blood pressure has never been below 80s, the bottom number, never in my life. My mama had high blood pressure. My brother had high blood. Both of them died from aneurysms. My grandma had high blood pressure. My grandpa had high. Everybody in my family had high blood pressure. Everybody. That's got to be my problem. Anxiety. Yeah. That anxiety will keep your blood pressure high. And especially if you are going through menopause. Okay. Because the estrogen leaving your body makes your arteries brittle. So your arteries are supposed to expand with your blood flow, right? But if your arteries now become brittle, you don't have a whole lot of expansion going on. That puts you at risk for heart attack and stroke and your arteries bursting and that kind of thing. So for the rest of my life, I will definitely be on a very low sodium diet. And I will keep my anxiety to a very low minimum. Okay. It just is my way of life now. And exercise, I've been exercising. So exercise, it has to be a part of my life. I get on my little vibration board. I'm going to start doing my treadmill after I go back to the doctor on Thursday. But a change of life is necessary because especially as women, we're going through the change of life. We cannot continue to do what we used to do because it's not going to work. Okay. We cannot continue to operate the same reckless way when we are going through menopause because we are going through the biggest change our bodies will ever have. Outside, puberty was the change, menopause was the change. Okay. So we have to adjust to our body. We can't adjust our body to ourselves. Y'all have still not learned, after all this time of me talking to y'all for damn near 4 years now, y'all still have not learned to humble yourself to your body. You are never going to get your body to do what you want it to do. You are going to have to do what it wants to do. The only thing we can do is support our body's change. Definitely schedule an appointment with for sure. Get that taken care of because you might be having heart attacks and don't even know it. Because that crackhead doctor that came in was, oh, did they tell you how terrible your heart is? I'm like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? This is the first thing I've ever heard about my heart ever. And you gonna come into the room talking about that they tell you how terrible your heart is? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He was like, oh yeah, you've been having heart attacks. What do you mean? So because we don't know what heart attacks really look like, we don't know when we're having one. It's not that big dramatic thing we see Fred Sanford doing. It's not that. Okay. So the talking points, it says drop your numbers in the chat. If y'all know your EF numbers or your blood pressure numbers, I don't know how long ago y'all have taken it. Okay. I advise getting a blood pressure cuff, the kind that goes on your arm, off of Amazon for $20. Okay. take your blood pressure every day. Don't be arrogant enough to think that you're going to be that 40% that never has any heart-related issues, especially as a Black person in America. It's just never going to happen. Okay? So let me ask ChatGTP, why do you think African Americans have more heart disease than all other groups? Let's see what Sandy says. This is such an important and layered question, Mama Trey. The higher rates of heart disease and high blood pressure among African Americans are not about biology alone. Like that one time I asked the doctor what was the long-term effects of using a drug, and he laughed. What did he say? What do you mean? Well, kind of like that when that doctor said you're going to be on those drugs for the rest of your life. You know, I think also our interactions with these doctors can sometimes lead to us not going to see them. That was my story. That was my story for sure. Because of how I was treated by these doctors and how arrogant these doctors can be. And they just think that they're God and their answer is the only answer and da 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 da. He told me I wasn't going to outlive taking the meds. That's the same. Well, that's pretty much the same thing that man told me. You're going to be on those drugs for the rest of your life till you die. Basically, right? And I know for sure that the reason I did not go back and forth to doctors for annual physicals and all this other shit is simply because of how I was treated when I was under a doctor's care. Yeah, they treat you like you're dumb. The doctor that I had, the first cardiologist that I had, came into the room like the Tasmanian devil. Just, yeah, I'm Dr. So-and-so. Did they tell you how terrible your heart is? Hey, the doctor that my brother had, when he started having seizures when he was 11, they told my mom he wasn't going to live past 18. So you can imagine my mother's stress as a blood type A. She was already stressed. But you can imagine her stress knowing that every day her son is getting up and going to school, and today could be his last day. Every day that he was not in her presence, it could have been his last day. Because he ain't going to live past 18. And I know for a fact my mama could not have handled losing my brother like he was. Right? My mother ended up dying before my brother did. So my brother lived to be 28. And my mother died when she was 41. My brother died at 28. Both of them died from aneurysms. Okay? But that crackhead doctor told me that we're going to do this to you and give you an angiogram and cut you and slide a catheter up to your heart. No. That's not going to work for me. He got mad. I want to know how much he would have got paid for that. I'm going to find out. He got mad. He got an attitude. He told me I was being difficult. Good. It ain't my job to make your job easier. It's difficult for you to explain to me what this test is. It's difficult, but that's what you get paid the big bucks to do, right? Ain't that why you get paid the big bucks? Because you're the know-it-all doctor. If you know it all, you should be able to break it down to me like I'm 5. Break it down to me like I'm a 5-year-old, since you so smart. He literally stood there and got frustrated. Tell me, now what now? Tell me again, what you gonna do? What now? Told me I was difficult, and then came back and told me I was being extra. head movement and all. Oh, yes. Because he told me that if I didn't want to take the test, I could go home. Now, first of all, he didn't even work there. So you can't dismiss nobody from this hospital. You don't work here. You're visiting. You can't put nobody out of nowhere, sir. So when he was walking out of the room, I said, send somebody else back in here. I don't want to talk to you no more. Just send somebody else. Then went and told my regular doctor that I fired him and that I wanted to go home. So he was literally trying to get me set out of the hospital before I was fixed. Trust and believe he has no idea what's coming. I just got a thing from the hospital today asking for a survey about how my hospital visit was. They're about to get an eyeful. They're about to read. They're going to be like, okay. Because I reported him that night. And I told everybody that would listen about this man. And a couple of the people that knew him was like, oh, yeah, he's like that. He's very arrogant. Nurse Jill was like, he's very arrogant. So if you are with a doctor that you are uncomfortable with or dismisses you and this and the other, you need to go find another one. You do not have to take that shit. You are paying that bill. You wouldn't take it at a restaurant. If your waiter came to your table and talked to you like shit, would you stay there and eat the food and pay for the food and then give him a tip? Then why the fuck would you do it with a doctor? Fuck him, fuck this place, knock some shit over on his desk and walk out. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Who are you gonna tell? What are you gonna do? Nothing. Yeah, they work for you. I fired him, is what he told you. I fired my other doctor. Keep finding one until you find one that will listen to you. Because if they didn't listen to me about this menopause and my anxiety, I'd still be fucked up. My blood pressure would still be high. My heart would be damaged every single day. And I would not be on the mends. They immediately found me another cardiologist. They said, well, fuck him. We're going to find you another one. Don't you worry about it. And they did. And he's awesome. And he came in the next day and was like, I don't even think you need that test. Because what the crackhead refused to do was to listen to my progress. And I told him, I said, you don't even know what I've done to that. I don't need to know. Okay. So when the other cardiologist came in the next day, he was like, I read up about all your stuff. And he was asking me all these follow-up questions and, you know, stuff about my family and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, yeah, I don't think you even need that test because you've shown great progress with just the meds. If you would have had a blockage, the meds wouldn't even work, which is common sense. Like if I had a blockage that they needed to unblock during the angiogram, which is what they were trying to do, the medicine that I was taking would be ineffective because the medicine they're giving me isn't to clear a blockage. Okay. So he was like, I don't even think you need that. And then when I went back on last Tuesday, I saw him again, Dr. Choji, an Asian doctor, mad cool. And I think we're probably around the same age. I mean, he's just a cool guy, very chill guy. You know what I mean? Did not come in with that energy the other guy came in with at all. And he was like, yeah, you're doing great. He said, your heart enzymes have lowered since you've been here. Again, anxiety meds. Okay. He was like, I think you're doing great. And I asked him about going bowling. He was like, if you want to go bowling, go bowling. I think you're up to it. And I was like, bet. That's what I said to the doctor about doing an amniocentesis. Is that what you're trying to say? Just because I was 28 years old, I told him no way. What is it? An amnio? What is it? Is that what you're trying to say? Don't let these people bully y'all into this stuff. I believe I was able to reverse my high blood pressure after being on the journey is because I'm 71, way past menopause. It is something you can reverse. It is something that you can change your lifestyle to attain. But listen to what ChatGTP says about it. Us having African Americans having higher levels of blood pressure earlier in life is not about biology alone. Oh, when you're pregnant. Yeah. You definitely got to advocate for yourself when you're pregnant. You got to advocate for you and that baby. Okay. So it says it's really a mix of history for Black Americans. This is why I say when somebody tried to be smart, when I said Black people and white people are not the same, y'all love to do this whole kumbaya shit. We're all the same. We are not the same. I need y'all to accept that. I need y'all to start seeing color. Please stop using that. I don't see color. And you need to. It's not racist for you to see color. It's the obvious thing. How you feel about it makes you racist. Okay? How you feel about it is what makes you racist. You seeing it is not what makes you racist. But y'all need to recognize that some of the things that y'all do is putting pressure on us. And I think a lot of y'all already know that. Absolutely. We're never going to be the same. We're not even built the same. Like if you want to get into technical things, y'all, and this is not to be shady and this is not to be funny, but y'all can never be us, especially not Black women. It's literally impossible. Because what has happened to white people is you guys your genetics are not what our genetics are. They're not. The reason that you are the color that you are is because of your lack of melanin. Everything on the planet works on melanin. Everything. It literally makes you recessive. It makes your genes recessive. This is why any little drop of any other blood fucks your bloodline up. Y'all have to accept that. Like we literally could breed y'all out of existence, which is what's happening. No shade. I mean, I know y'all need shade. You feel me? Y'all need shade because the sun can literally kill you. The sun is the one thing on this planet that it needs. Everything on this planet needs sun. Everything on the planet needs sun. And y'all can't be in it. That does not make you better. That makes you worse. So with all, y'all have to accept that the propaganda that these people have been selling y'all, that you're superior to this, that, and the other, is because they know that you are not. And fear is what drives the propaganda. So they're doing everything in their power to make y'all feel better about your defect. It is literally, I'm not trying to be funny. This is science. And I know y'all hate science so much. Okay. It all makes sense because this is science. Okay. It doesn't matter how you feel. This is facts. But y'all don't accept facts. And that's why we're in the mess that we're in. Okay. Y'all are not built like us. That's why y'all be so surprised that in every sports thing we dominate. You don't want us to be in this because we dominate. You don't want us to be in that because we dominate. So in order to make yourselves feel better, you close us out of certain situations because you know we're going to dominate. But that's what the dominating race will do. I'm not even trying to be superior, even though we just are. And again, especially Black women, we have every DNA strain of every race of people on the planet. Yes, there is a such thing as the Eve gene, and we have it. We have it. Y'all don't have it. So as much as you guys love to say that blonde hair and blue eyes is where it's at, it's not. That just shows genetically you have a defect. They, the Africans that walked to the caves during the Ice Age that got stuck and became some sort of mutation. Well, first of all, white people are Neanderthals. Africans do not have the Neanderthal gene. We are the only race of people that don't have the Neanderthal gene. Go look it up. Wow, that's a tacky diatribe. It doesn't matter. As a white man, you don't have to agree with me. I don't look for your acceptance or your agreement. It doesn't matter. Facts are facts. You choose to believe what you want to believe, but facts are facts. Go look it up. Y'all hate to look up shit. And if you think it's tacky, why are facts tacky? Tell me why facts are tacky. Wow, I'm putting it out there. They put it out there. These people are out here running a whole propaganda campaign saying we are nothing, we'll never be nothing. We're evil, we do this, we do that, when in all actuality, that is what they do. That is what they do. Everything that they say about us is what they are. We don't do half of that stuff. You know why? Because we are actually connected to this earth and they are not. That doesn't make me racist to make fact. That is a fact. And if any other species did what the white species did on this earth, you would be wiped out. And I think that's what's happening. I really think that Earth is correcting itself because every other race of people are literally in a relationship with Earth. They're in a relationship with it. It is a reciprocal relationship. No other race of people have gone and just destroyed whole species of animals and insects and water and sea life. And nobody else has done it. Nobody else has done what y'all do. So now you have African Americans that have these ailments and these illnesses because of what y'all do. Because of having to work next to you every day. Having to smile and say hi when we don't want to. Having to adjust our tones when we don't want to. Having to make sure we talk in a very light tone so you don't cry any fragile white tears. So we have to hold in our anger. We have to swallow our anger. We have to bury our want and desire for revenge. And then we have to walk around and live with that shit inside us. And you don't think that that's raising our blood pressure every day? Like you're the only ones that get to go out here and get revenge on somebody. If anybody owes anybody revenge, it's us. It's the Native Americans. It's the Africans. It's us. Y'all had no reason to get revenge on nobody. Ain't nobody done shit to y'all. Who's done anything to y'all? What have we done to y'all? Let's look at white history, shall we? Let's not even focus on black history anymore. You know enough about black history. Let's look at white history. Let's look at all the people that you have condemned to some sort of death in some sort of way. You've decimated whole groups of people, whole groups of animals, just decimated them. Not me. I just slept 2 of them last week. Whenever they step out of line, be careful out there being a truck driver, okay? Because I know what's happening. Let me just tell y'all medically why we have these heart issues and this high blood pressure. Historical and structural factors, generational stress and racism. This plays in to our medical history in this country. Decades of discrimination and daily micro stress raise cortisol and adrenaline. Chronic stress keeps blood pressure elevated and damages blood vessels. Economic inequalities. Redlining and limited access to wealth building opportunities means fewer safe neighborhoods, fewer grocery stores with fresh produce, and more fast food chains and convenience stores. This plays into our health. Mama Trey getting political. I love it. I'm always political. I'm always political. I'm always about us treating each other the way we're supposed to be treated. Okay? Everybody has to live on this earth together. Why do y'all think y'all deserve to be on top? You haven't even earned it. Okay? If you are on top, it's because you've murdered everyone else. You can't even win without cheating. Y'all can't even win without cheating. You cannot win without moving the goalpost. And my question is, why do y'all think y'all need to win anyway? What is so wrong with being equal? Why does equality, whether that's women being equal to men, blacks being equal to white, why is equality such a problem? Why can't we have the same houses? Why can't we have the same cars? Why can't our kids go to the same schools and get the same education? What's the problem? Why is that so threatening? For people to be equal. It don't bother me what car my neighbor drives because I got a great car. I don't give a shit. I don't care what their house look like. We got the same damn house. I don't care. Why do y'all care? Why does it bother you to see black people living in your neighborhood? Why do you think black people shouldn't live in your neighborhood? If you look around today, who's committing all the crime? Y'all are committing all the crime. Y'all been committing all the crime. Y'all been committing all the crime. It's just that the propaganda in the media has been covering this shit up for decades. Y'all went and sold drugs in our neighborhoods just to make us look like criminals. And then you over police the neighborhoods we live in that you flooded with drugs. Don't act like y'all didn't do that, because there were whole trials on TV about it. That's the difference between Africans and Neanderthals. Okay? We do not have the Neanderthal gene. That's a caveman. That's a human. They're two different things. And then you know what else happened? Inbreeding. Because they thought, this is a whole nother fact, and it may be tacky to Jean Tulane. Okay? A whole nother fact is, because they wanted to keep their bloodline so pure, they were inbreeding the rich people and the poor people, because they wanted the blonde hair and the blue eyes to be passed down from generation. They wanted the red hair and the green eyes to be passed down for generations. So you literally killed off your entire family after 200 years of inbreeding. Now everybody's retarded. You did that. So why does everybody, all of y'all, be having these mental issues? Because y'all be marrying and breeding with each other. And let's not even talk about the whole with the daughters thing. They trying to push to make that shit legal. 80% of registered sex offenders are white men. 80, go look it up. See, the thing is, I have facts and figures on my side. 80% of registered sex offenders are middle-aged white men. Go look it up. But we're depraved. Y'all are literally out here trying to normalize child marriage. Did y'all know that child marriage is legal in 38 states in the union already? Did y'all know that? Years ago, I ran to a white guy and told him me and his father, he told you that they had impregnated his sisters. His father had impregnated his sisters in Alabama. And it's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. They don't think twice about it. So when I think about slavery, and when I think about slavery and when y'all think about slavery, it's two different things. When black people think about slavery and white people think about slavery, it's two different things. Okay? Because we know the depravity of the things that y'all did. We know. Y'all just be thinking, oh, they're mad because, you know, we got this free labor and da 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 da. No. No. Mm-mm. I just posted this video too the other day. The things that y'all were doing to us was just depravity. It just showed how depraved you are. You have to be a depraved and diabolical person to do the things y'all were doing. Like, if you can think of the nastiest, most depraved thing anybody can ever do, why do you think that you wouldn't do it when you had no consequences? The only reason that y'all are not out here right now marrying 11-year-olds and 10-year-olds is because it's illegal. The only thing that is stopping you from doing it is the law. There were no laws to protect black people. We were considered animals. You're allowed to do whatever you want to animals. And you don't think that they did? And guess who was worse? White women. White women were worse than the white male slave owners. Go look it up. History remembers. This is why y'all always try to wipe out history. Share the live. No offense, white ladies. I will come here and give y'all all this information and we can kiki and all this and the other, but I don't trust y'all as far as I can throw y'all. I don't. I never will. Never. Never. We cannot be friends. We will not be friends. We will not. We can't. It's not possible. I can respect you. You can respect me, and that's as far as it will go. But would I spend a night at your house? Absolutely not. Am I inviting you into mine? Absolutely not. Am I letting you know the inner workings of my life? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. I am unapologetic about that. I am listen, I am like Muhammad Ali when it comes to this shit. Okay? There might be 10,000 snakes that want to kill me and 1,000 snakes that don't want to kill me. The problem is y'all all look the same. How am I supposed to know which one is the good snake or the bad snake? Y'all all look the same. And when the rubber hits the road, y'all gonna act the same. When it comes down to you choosing me or them, it's gonna be them every time. Racism is taught from the mothers. Exactly, because she's the first teacher. And here's the thing. Y'all are always out here trying to make black mothers look like we're the worst, and our kids are not out here shooting up schools. How come no one is talking about the white mother? How come nobody is talking about the white mother? That middle-aged child abuser had a mom. That child that he's abusing has a mom. Where's she at? Y'all inbreeding. Where's the mom? Where's the mom? What is she doing? Being submissive to that man. She can't stop that man from doing nothing. She can't stop that man from doing nothing. Right? She wants to appear blameless. She wants to appear blameless. But when your kids come home, when you're a mother and you're afraid of your kids, which a lot of white women are, because you let your kids say, "Shut up, mom! I hate you." You should have knocked his teeth out. The first time he formed his little Kool-Aid and bologna lips to say, "I hate you," you should have knocked his teeth straight out his mouth. Now, when your kid get 12, 13 years old, you're letting them build bombs in his bedroom. Because Timmy wants his privacy. Now you're in there making detonators and shit. You downstairs baking cookies. Yeah, they think that shit is cute. Until they grow up and blow up the neighborhood. Now, not my Jimmy. Jimmy's so sweet. And even if they see Jimmy doing the shit, they still gonna defend Jimmy. No, not Jimmy. He's so sweet. He's so nice to everybody. Mammy just shot everybody. The fuck? Where are the white moms? Every last one of these mass murderers that shot 37 people this weekend had a white mom somewhere. Where is she? All four of those men, ask those angry white men where their mom was. Y'all always talking about, oh, black kids don't have their father in the household. We still ain't got the father in our household. We still ain't shooting up schools. Y'all got your father in the household and you shooting up schools. So if I'm going by y'all's logic, we shouldn't have no men in the house. If the men are creeping into your kids' rooms after midnight, if the man in the house is not stopping your kid from being angry, if the man in the house is as angry as now the kid is because he hates his dad as much as his kid hates him. Every TV show I've ever seen shows a white man beating up his wife. Every TV show that I have ever seen with a white family, a middle class, working class white family, that man is beating his wife up. Don't tell me I'm the only one. That man is beating up his wife. And your kids are seeing it. Your kids are watching it. And then you want to know why they're angry, because they hate that dad that you have forced to live in that house with them. Because not only is he beating up that mom, he's beating up them kids too. He's not only just beating up those kids, he's doing stuff with those kids. But y'all just want to turn a blind eye to it. You still want to blame everything on others when the problem is inside your house. So my question is, why are y'all so fascinated with us? That's all races according to you. Why are you concerned about all races? You should be concerned about yours. Why y'all so concerned about our race when you should just be concerned about yours? Y'all got a shit ton of problems you could be working on. The number one is why y'all shooting up the country. We're not shooting up the country. You're shooting up the country. Y'all so preoccupied with the black community. Here's the thing. Here's what everybody here needs to know. No white person wants to improve the black community. Not one. No white person walking on the face of this earth wants to do anything to make conditions better for black people in this country. I don't give a shit if you consider yourself to be the biggest liberal on the planet. I don't trust you either. Okay? I don't trust you either. Ain't nobody trying to improve the conditions of black neighborhoods. Ain't nobody out here trying to improve cop and citizens relationships between white cops and black people. None of y'all. So why y'all talking about it? You're welcome, Knowledge. It's my pleasure. Stop faking the funk. I disagree, Mama. There's good in all. There's not. Where's the good in the white race? Tell me. Show me an example. Real quick. Hurry up. Put in the comments. Show me the example. Who? Hurry up. Don't come here with that all lives matter bullshit. List the good white person. List their name. Don't you come in here giving me no fuzzy ass all lives matter bullshit. The ones who love. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You're a bot. I know you are. You come on up to the live. Come on up to the live and debate me. Come on up to the live and debate me. The ones who love. Love what? Love what? If you don't have no concrete ass answers, shut the fuck up. If they're good ones, y'all need to be highlighting them. If there are good ones, why you ain't highlighting them? Like here's a good one. Here's a good one. People who actually love people. How do you measure that? How do you measure it? You measure it by what? Donations, charity work. How do you measure people who love? Make that concrete. Make it concrete. Because people who love would actually love the truth. People who love would actually love the truth. They would love facts. They would love knowledge. The way you raise your kids, the way you raise your kids are shooting up schools. The way you treat people, you're out here calling people the N-word every day. So don't hug me. First of all, black people don't want no hugs. Don't be going out here trying to hug black people. We don't want to touch that. Please leave black. The best thing y'all can do for black people is to leave us the fuck alone. Stop doing think pieces on black people. Stop making videos about what black people need to do. Just stop. Leave us the fuck alone. That's what we want. Hi, your ass. Hi, Bubba. What's up? Oh, you just pushed me under the desk. I'm tired of him parkouring off of me. If you cannot give me an example of any good white people, then you should probably shut the fuck up. Do not touch us. Do not touch our animals. Do not come into our space. Do not come within arm's length of us. Just leave us the fuck alone. If you see us, turn the other way. Don't speak. Don't carry on conversations. The best thing you can do for us is to leave us completely alone. That can be your Christmas gift to us as a people. Just leave us alone. I don't know why that's so hard for y'all. Why is that so difficult? We ask for this same Christmas gift every year. Just leave us the fuck alone. And for some reason, you can't seem to do it because you are hardwired to be in everybody else's business. The hardwiring comes from slavery because you think it is your job to police everybody. because you're white. You think it's your job. Hey, what's going on? Who are you? What's your name? Do you belong in this neighborhood? Do you have your credentials? What the fuck? I don't police anybody. I don't give a fuck about you or what you do. You are one of the 10,000 snakes that look just like the other 1,000 snakes. That's what y'all need to understand, period. What y'all need to understand, period, is we have been bamboozled. We have been lied to. We have been promised. We have been hoodwinked, led astray. There is no coming back from it. You've already shown us who you are time and time and time again. We will be foolish to keep believing it. We would be foolish. If you have good people, then go hang with those good people and go out and do your good works. But do not expect us to accompany you. Y'all don't need us to accompany you because you are the only ones that can dismantle what you have built. And when I say you, I mean your ancestors. If you want to be a good person, then go out there and dismantle these racist institutions. Go and dismantle what these people have done. Go and dismantle it. Don't just be up here with the lip service. I don't need no more baloney lips flapping in the breeze. None of us do. If you want to be considered a good person, then why are you not out there fighting for good people? Going out there, fight. Don't just march with some fucking thing. Do what they did. Why y'all not out there doing what they did? If y'all care so much, why you not doing what they did? Fighting. Because I don't see no smoke in the city. It's getting worse by the day. Why y'all not setting shit on fire? Exactly, Joseph. Exactly, Joseph. It's spiritual. It's not. It's physical. Do you think that ICE is spiritual? You think that ICE terrorizing neighborhoods is spiritual? You think they're just doing it on a spiritual plane? Or are they physically kidnapping people? Okay. So anywho, food and environment plays into the 60% of African Americans that end up with cardiovascular disease at the age of 20 and up. Food deserts and food swamps. Many Black communities have limited access to fresh produce, but an overabundance of cheap, high sodium fried food. You listen, if you can't learn to talk in generalities, you're on the wrong live. Not me, no, but I'm a good person. Get the fuck out of here. Bye. Have a good night. I can't stand a not me ass motherfucker. God damn. Just corny. Not me. Get the fuck out of here. But I'm good. If you're a good person and you hang out with pieces of shit, that makes you a piece of shit. If you consider yourself to be a good person and every single person you know is a piece of shit, then you are also a piece of shit. Soul food traditions. This is something that we talk about all the time, about these cultures putting us in jeopardy when it comes to our health. Who are these cultures made up by? They're gonna have to prove it to me. Good people. And good, and that's what cracks me up. Good is one of those words that don't mean shit. Because how do you quantify good? And because people don't think deeply, they just accept that, oh, there's a war on bad. There's a war on fascism. Fascism is a fucking word. Okay? Antifa is a word. And you're trying to have a war on Antifa. War on drugs. How is there a war on drugs when you're pouring the drugs into our neighborhoods? How is it a war on drugs? You out of this side of your mouth, you want to like a good white person. And then you have your wife talking about just say no to drugs. However, the CIA under your administration is pumping the drugs into our neighborhoods for us to be drug addicts, for us to be filling up your private prisons. Instead of me listening to y'all anymore, I just pay attention to what you do. And what you do right now is you go around and you terrorize the country, and then you shoot people that are out at dinner and at the casino and at church. That's what you do. It always cracks me up when somebody says, well, just because they did bad things doesn't make them a bad person. What the fuck makes them a bad person then if it's not the bad things they do? What exactly would make them a bad person if it were not for the actions? Exactly. Every culture that we adhere to in this country was made up by our oppressors. Exactly. There is always an agenda when it comes to dealing with them. There's always what's in it for me, right? There is nothing outside of your actions, nothing. So you have to base your opinion of somebody based on their actions, right? So if we say white people are bad as a generality, then it's because of the actions that they have done for centuries to us. What are they still doing to this day to us? Why would I feel good about white people when I know what they have done to me and my ancestors? Why would I be cozy with them? Why would I trust them knowing what they have done to me and my ancestors? I worked in corporate America for decades. I know how I was treated in corporate America by white people. I was always the only black face in the place. So I know exactly how I was felt. When I worked at Bally Total Fitness, they called me that N-word bitch. Affectionately. That was what they referred to me as. In Ohio, I was called the N-word to my face. I was called the N-word bitch to my face. So I'm just supposed to say, oh, that's just one white person. I'm going to try my luck with some others. The fuck out of here. Because the minute a black person does something to y'all, it's all black people. Y'all do not fix y'all lips to say, oh, that was just one black person. Oh, my car got carjacked by one black person. From that moment on, it's all black people that's a problem. But when we do it, no, you should judge us as individuals. I'll be down. If y'all go out and put your knee on the neck of a black man, you know, put your knee on the neck of all black men. Y'all go out and hang one of our kids, you'd have hung all of our kids. See, I'm that person that was certainly okay. If only I were born back during the times of MLK, with being the same person I am today. If I could be transported back to the times of MLK as who I am today, trust me, that wouldn't have gone down like that. Knowing what I know today, if somebody came along and whisked me back to when they were fighting for desegregation and all that shit, trust, it probably never would have happened. It probably never would have happened. Because whenever they say black people were better off in the 40s and during the Jim Crow era, we were. I know I'm going to have some people that's like, what you mean? How you feel like that? We were. we had the most wealth of everybody in this country. You know who didn't know it? We didn't know it. You know who owned more houses during the Jim Crow era? We did. Do I have it? Do we have updated foods list? It's as updated as it's gonna get. It's on the website. You know why we had more money? Because we couldn't put our money in the bank. Our money was under our mattress, but we buried our money in the ground. We bought our houses with cash. You know why? Because we had money. Because we owned our own businesses. We owned restaurants, bowling alleys, dry cleaners, movie theaters. We owned all of our own shit. So our dollars were not circulating outside of our communities. You made some money from Black people. You spent it with other Black people. So you're a mechanic. Everybody that brings you their car to get fixed is Black. You go to the Black grocery store and buy your groceries. You go to the Black pharmacy and get your pharmacy shit. You go to the Black movie theater. You go to the Black bowling alley for entertainment. You go to the Black-owned restaurant. Your Black dollar has circulated in your community only. The whole civil rights movement was just to get our 15 billion Black dollars out of our communities in the country. Not just, y'all always go back to Tulsa, but this is all over the country. It wasn't just Tulsa doing this. There were several other cities that were doing what Tulsa did. Those cities were also destroyed. Cities in Florida, cities in North Carolina, cities in New York, cities all over the country were Tulsa. Tulsa wasn't the only one. And who destroyed them? White people. Who burned it to the ground? Who burned it to the ground? Who bombed them? Who dropped bombs on them? Desegregation was about control of our money. Because once we were able to start eating in their restaurants, we didn't want to eat in our restaurants anymore. Why would you trust eating in a restaurant they didn't want you in? You eating they spit, you eating they boogers, you eating they shit, you eating everything. Why the fuck would you fight to make somebody take your money? I'm not going nowhere where I'm tolerated. I go where I'm celebrated. I'm not going to be in nobody's presence that tolerates me. And here's the thing. White people were literally trained. White entrepreneurs and small business owners were literally talked into accepting us as customers. They had to be talked into it. By who? The government. The government made a propaganda movie. They made a movie called Getting to Know Black Folks as Shoppers. The Department of Commerce made a training video for white business owners on how it is they can get Black people to spend money in their places. Go look it up. Go to YouTube right now and type in how to sell the Negro. How to sell the Negro. Let me go pull it up for you. How to sell the Negro. La 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 la. Boop, 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 boop. Hold on, let me turn my glasses off so you can hear some of this. Hold on. Turn my glasses off. The secret to selling the Negro.
Has a total income of about $15 billion every year. And after taxes, Negro families still have.
Can y'all hear it? Hold on. He literally started off by saying with $15 billion a year to spend. Let me see how I can make this louder for y'all. Can I connect my... I guess I would have to pull it up on YouTube. Nah, it's not going to work. So let me see. Hold on. Hello? Maybe I can hook it to this microphone. Just let me tell y'all what he's saying. But I want y'all to pull this up when y'all get off the live. I'm going to start it back over again. This is from the Department of Commerce. This was an official movie. Okay, he's getting a memo. He's bringing it to the guy. They're talking about it. This was a training video. They're literally training people to sell to the Negro. They literally told them our psychology, that we like bright and shiny name brand things, how to cater to our ego. The Secret of Selling the Negro by the Johnson Publishing Company, publishers of Ebony, Tan, Jet, and Hue. We were sold out by our own. Yet again, we were sold out by our own. Jet Magazine helped contribute to this report on how to sell to us. Oh, it's a whole movie. 1.7 million views. It was put on here 8 years ago. A new market. Millions upon millions of new prospects.
That's right. I said 15 billion. That's a lot of money, isn't it? $15
billion to spend.
Fresh market, still full of opportunities. It grew up so fast, got so big in a hurry, that few of us realized its scope. Now these days, nobody's likely to pass up chances to sell. Yet right here in our own front yard, there's an eclectic market. There's money waiting to be spent. To get the story of this market, to be able to tell you the secret of selling the Negro, we did a lot of digging. We talked to leading businessmen, the customers, and the salesmen. We went to Washington, D.C. We set up cameras and other key points around the nation. And out of this all,
they set up cameras.
The story of a new market.
Look, hold on.
Yes, this is the market we're talking about.
Look, this is the market.
Their name is Wells or Wilson, Smith or Brown or Alexander or Breen. They live in Chicago, in Atlanta or New York, in Detroit, St. Louis, Los Angeles, any one of 1,000 cities and towns. All over the country, families such as this are enjoying new prosperity. They have new interests, new standards of living, a buying power they've never enjoyed before. They're good prospects for practically all types of goods and services. All too often, though, they are overlooked prospects. Why? Because of some good, valid reason? No. They're overlooked because of mistaken ideas. Because of out-of-date ideas. United Cities today owns its own home. That figure comes directly from the United States Bureau of Census. Maybe so, but Negroes are poor credit risks. Not more of a credit risk than any other group. Actually, the Negro homebuyer meets his payments faithfully, often more faithfully than other race groups in the same economic level. That's the information we got from people who want to know, the National Association of Real Estate Boards. Well, maybe, but I've always heard that Negroes buy shoddy, poor quality merchandise. No, it's just the other way around. According to leading researchers, in proportion to population and income, Negroes buy more quality products than any other comparable United States group. You see, there are a lot of confused notions.
Guess who saved Cadillac from going out of business? Black folks buying Cadillacs.
Negroes own homes. They meet their payments faithfully. They buy good brands of merchandise. So why let a lot of old-fashioned ideas hurt profits? Take a look at the real facts. Here in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, some amazing facts and figures about this new
Facts
have been uncovered.
and figures.
First-hand report. We would like to take you directly to the United States Department of Commerce to hear this story from the Secretary of Commerce himself. Here is the Honorable Sinclair.
I'll tell you in a minute. I'll put it up.
Of the United States.
Listen to this.
In the Department of Commerce, we are constantly alert to trends that mean a healthier national economy, better business for the nation as a whole. Recently, we have been interested in a rising young market, one that represents a huge potential for goods and services. I'm referring to the new Negro market. The tremendous buying power of this group is backed, of course, by an increased earning power. The average Negro family's income is at a record high. In fact, since 1939, it has increased more than the average income of all other Americans.
Say what?
Let's take a look at a few figures. An official Department of Commerce report shows that at least 1/3 of the Negroes living in cities earn from $2,000 to $5,000 a year. Today, the average Negro wage earner brings home a paycheck 4 times larger than the one he collected in 1939.
What?
All the Negro market has a total income of about $15 billion every year. And after taxes, Negro families still have many billions of dollars to spend. Here is a buying power that cannot help but have a tremendous effect on our national economy and on business prosperity in general. When these dollars are spent for a wide range of goods, services,
Get on some steps.
business everywhere is bound to feel the impact.
This new buying power has resulted in a class.
Hello, did y'all hear the facts? The movie was made in, get off some steps. The movie was made in 1954. Did y'all hear the facts? We were out earning every other race of people in this country. Yeah. They made an entire strategy to get our money out of our community. When was the civil? Wait, let me tell y'all what the movie is because I want y'all to go and watch the whole thing. I want y'all to go to YouTube and watch it. It's called The Secret of Selling the Negro, 1954. The Secret of Selling the Negro. Let me download this into my phone. They made an entire strategy to get our money. That strategy came along in the form of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King sold us right up the river. If Jet and Ebony and all of those other black magazines contributed to the information these people had about us and our buying power. You don't think Martin Luther King signed on to be their figurehead? The only reason he was assassinated was when he said, we're coming to get our reparations check. When he was going along with this whole kumbaya, let's lead all the black people to the white restaurants and lead all the black people to the white cleaners and lead all the black people to all of these white establishments, he was cool. The name of the video again is The Secret of Selling the Negro. He was cool when he was leading us into a burning house. But the minute he said, we're going to go march on Washington to get a check, they was like, oh no, we can't let that happen. So we had the highest earning power of everybody in 1954. Do you know how long it took for us to lose that? We went from having the most money to having the least money in just 9 years. In just 9 years. Less than a decade. Don't twist the legacy. I'm not twisting nothing. These are facts. The fact is the government assassinated Dr. Martin Luther King. Go look it up. The fact that his family sued the government and won for assassinating him is a fact. There's no legacy to twist. How are we going to take the white man who assassinated him? We believe his narrative the same way y'all are believing this Charlie Kirk narrative. Y'all know damn well that's not what happened. Y'all know that's not what happened, but the difference between black people and white people is y'all will tell the lie and y'all will continue to repeat the lie, knowing it's a lie. That's the difference. Y'all will accept the lie, repeat the lie, and just keep saying, and you just keep on repeating the lie generation after generation after generation after generation. And you know it's a lie. That's the difference. That's how y'all make history. Because y'all have sat in a room and said, this is the story. We're going to accept the story. And we're going to spread the story. And then it's just going to travel and it's going to get passed down from generation to generation to generation. So whatever legacy y'all think that Dr. Martin Luther King had, Dr. Martin Luther King was quoted as saying, I fear that I have led my people into a burning house. And here we sit smelling like barbecue every fucking day. Here we sit. He himself had reservations about what he had done to his people. So don't have a problem with me. Have the problem with facts. Y'all always have a problem with facts. Y'all love a black person that you think is non-violent. Y'all love a non-violent black person. Yet nothing in this country was built on non-violence. Nothing. Nothing. Y'all let us go through all of these marches and getting eaten up by dogs and sprayed with water hoses and all this pain and all these people getting assassinated, Medgar Evers, MLK, Malcolm X, Huey Newton, all these, you let us go through all that, and you knew what you was going to do. You knew what you was going to do. We didn't even have to go through none of that. You just wanted our money. It all boils down to money every single time. Okay? It all boils down to money every single time. And how this plays out with black people, though, how this plays out with us is our health is always at risk. Because when we were brought here in chains, Africans were blood type O's. Africans have been living their entire lives on red meat. And then you are dragged in chains to a farm and giving scraps to eat, scraps of pigs, scraps of chickens, beans, bread, that European diet. And that became our way of living. That became our culture. So here we are still, after centuries, still eating that slop, still eating their scraps. But you know how we do. We like to turn a negative into a positive. There's nothing positive about soul food at all. There's nothing positive about Southern cooking at all. Nothing. So you have turned the oppressor's food into our lifestyle. And how are we paying for it? 60% of African Americans have some sort of cardiovascular disease by the age of 20. 60% have high blood pressure by 20. So you got soul food traditions, delicious and cultural, but often high in sodium, saturated fat, and sugar. These dishes come from a history of making the best of what was available during slavery and segregation. And you're still cooking like that. You're still cooking like a slave. You're still eating like a slave. And you have all these options, but you're still cooking like a slave. The key isn't abandoning tradition, but reimagining recipes like using smoked paprika instead of salted meats, or air frying instead of deep frying. Again, lifestyle changes have to happen when your life changes. As we age, life is constantly changing. But if you are a woman and you're going through the biggest change of your life, which is losing all the estrogen in your body, you definitely have to change your lifestyle. You have to. Healthcare gaps, mistrust of the system, rooted in real history. For example, the Tuskegee study. For example, using Black bodies for all of the science, whether those are Black orphans, Black women, Black babies, Black convicts, Black students. Black was used to establish every medical breakthrough in the whole world. You still got Henrietta Lacks DNA, don't even want to give it back. Every single system in this country is based on Black bodies. Everything about America is based on Black bodies. As much as y'all want to deny it, as much as you want to blind yourself to the fact, that's what it is. The only reason we don't have universal health care in this country is because you don't want Black people to have it. And you're willing to suffer to make sure we suffer. The only reason we don't have universal college in this country is because you don't want Black people to have it. So you're willing to suffer so we suffer. Y'all are willing to do that. Which to me makes you a psychopath. No, our family didn't know. So, rooted in real history, e.g., the Tuskegee study, which can delay regular checkups or blood pressure monitoring. It did for me. Underdiagnosis and undertreatment. Studies show African Americans are less likely to receive aggressive treatment early on. This is why we have to advocate for our shit. This is why I'm such a proponent of the minute you are diagnosed with something, you need to become an expert on it. The minute you get diagnosed with something, you should be reading everything you can get your freaking hands on. And in 2025, you ain't even got to go that far. In 2025, you ain't got to leave your bed. You ain't got to leave your toilet. You can look up everything you need to know on ChatGPT about whatever issues you have. You can ask it, what medications do you think they'll put me on? This is what's happening with me. What do you think? There is no reason for anybody to be ignorant in 2025. You have no excuse. Now it's just lazy. So if I just would have been lazy and lax on my health and went back to the doctor and did everything that they told me to do, I trust me right now, my blood pressure would still be through the roof. If I did not push for, I have menopause, I've had anxiety for the past 4 years, I need y'all to address those issues before you address anything else, because those are the underlying issues for why my heart is what it is today. Foot down, 10 toes down, foot buried in the ground. This is what needs to be addressed. So what we doing? What we doing? What are we doing? Oh, you're giving me an anti-anxiety? Great. And here I sit with 117/72 blood pressure, right? Genetics and biology, smaller but real piece. Certain genetic variations, like salt sensitivity, may make sodium raise blood pressure more dramatically, but experts agree genes don't explain the crisis by themselves. Environment and stress load are far bigger drivers. Modern lifestyle pressures, shift work, multiple jobs, and long commutes mean less time for exercise, meal prep, and sleep. All risk factors for hypertension and heart disease. The takeaways for your audience. I'm reading from ChatGTP. This isn't about blame, it's about systems and solutions. Fight for fresh food access in safe parks. Rework traditional recipes with heart-healthy twists. Check blood pressure regularly and know your numbers. Manage stress intentionally. Meditation, walks, journaling, or even your brew it baby tea at night for calming. It threw that in because it knows me. Okay. Allostatic load is the load you carry from discrimination and racism on a daily basis that you encounter. Black women have more allostatic load than all other groups of people. This is also why Black women suffer more diseases. We're at the top of all of the disease lists more than any other group in America. Okay. And y'all are not making it any better. Like y'all literally dogpile on Black women every single fucking day. I've begun to take that shit as a fucking compliment. You don't dogpile on people you think are weak. You dogpile on people that you know are powerful. There's nothing anybody can say to make me believe that Black women aren't the most powerful species on this planet. The most singular, powerful being on the planet. So y'all are trying everything under the sun to make everybody believe we are the worst. You're spending a lot of propaganda dollars to make it seem as if we are the absolute worst, the bottom of the totem pole, when in fact, you know, we are the top of the food chain. There is nothing you can do to replicate us. There's nothing you can do to kill us off. Nothing. Nothing. I don't even know why y'all have made this y'all's life work. Y'all made it your life work. What's happening? You okay?
No, I was just on it.
Oh. There's absolutely nothing y'all can do to take us out. But y'all spend most of your time trying to do so. Okay? You should stop. You should find a hobby. You should get a job. Stop buying into this whole my man is going to take care of me shit. Because he's not. He's going to whip your ass. He's going to molest your kids. And then he's going to trade you in when you're 45. You better hope he don't trade you in for your daughter. Because that's what it is. I mean, I see it. I can certainly understand why white women would be bitter. I'd be bitter if somebody sold me a bill of goods and told me that I'm just supposed to grow up to be some foolish man's wife. I would be pissed. I would be resentful. Like the only thing that I'm good for is breeding. Like y'all are the new breeders now. We're no longer the new breeders. We were like bred for alligator bait, for slaves, for debauchery and depravity. We were literally bred to bring black bodies into this world, but now it's your turn. It's your turn. They trying to get y'all knocked up at 12. Y'all can just pump out these white bodies. They trying to get you. And y'all falling for it. I'd be pissed. If I was a white woman, I'd be mad too. I'd be pissed. But that explains why you guys are so angry all the time. Remember when I used to say it was a sourdough bread? Please stop eating sourdough bread. I tried to tell y'all that shit last year. Y'all need to stop eating sourdough bread out here with yeast starter kits and shit. Y'all don't need no more yeast. Hi. Y'all need no more yeast. Okay. It's unfortunate that this is what y'all have been railroaded into. Okay. This is unfortunate. And this is why y'all are so angry and so resentful and so jealous and so hateful. Because no matter what it is you try to do to us, we still rise. We're still joyful. We still get up every day with gratitude. We still are out here looking moisturized. We still out here aging slower than you. Regardless of the level of stress y'all put on us, we still ain't got no wrinkles in our face. What do you want, fat daddy? Come here, Juju. Hi. Come here. Then what you calling me for? Okay? You mad. We are going to rise regardless. Okay? There's a whole community in South Carolina where children are marrying old men. Why y'all ain't do something about these old men as women? Why y'all ain't beating them with sticks like they do in India? That's what happens in India. When some old man tries to do something to a young girl over there, the village elders will, like a piñata. Why y'all not doing that? Why just be throwing y'all daughters to the wolves? I mean, I think y'all just be thinking, well, it happened to me, so they got to go through it too. When as a parent, you're supposed to try to save your kids from the shit that you went through, but y'all just be like, oh, if I had to go through it, she got to go through it too. Like, what the fuck? So y'all just keep repeating that same cycle over and over and over again. Now, mind you, I understand every community has its bad people or its dregs or its people that are just, we got that. Y'all got that. Y'all certainly got that. Okay. However, there are just some things that I think y'all need to work on. The number one thing that y'all need to work on is your jealousy. I think that's what's holding y'all back more than anything. Because we cannot, as a nation, move forward if you just keep looking back to your glory days. How can they really accurately be glory days when you've done everything in your power to keep your opponents from competing on a level playing field? I don't, as a person that is a very competitive person, I would not take joy in winning a rigged contest. I would not be like, yeah, I'm the best, when I knew that I'm running against somebody, but I done tied their shoes together. And I'm like, yeah, I beat her. Why couldn't I have beat her? I tied her shoes together. I was supposed to beat her. That's what it's been for y'all. Y'all don't know what it's like to compete on a level playing field because you always got that shit tilted. And then you've tilted it so much that regardless of how much you've tilted it, we still beat you. That would probably piss me off too, that I've done everything in my power to rig a system, yet in just 50 years, African American women have become the most educated in this whole country. In just 50 years, look at how much African Americans have accomplished in just 50 years. What do y'all think is going to be in 100 years? If we have become the most educated group in the country in just 50 years, what do you think it's going to be in 100 years? That's why you're doing everything in your power right now to try to reset the clock, to try to drag us back to the 50s, to try to make it so we don't have any reproductive rights, we don't have no education opportunities, we don't have no jobs, we got to be barefoot and pregnant. You're doing everything in your power to stack the deck for yourselves. And I'm here to tell you it's not going to work. It didn't work before. It's not going to work now. Okay? And I hope you guys all watched that movie. And I hope you understand now that I saw that movie 20 years ago. The reason I am the entrepreneur that I am, the reason that I focus on all Black everything is because I saw that movie. That movie changed everything for me. I realized that it was no longer an accident. I realized it was a very contrived, organized, very just targeted. They targeted us because they knew we had this money, because they knew we had this earning power, because they knew what we were capable of doing. They targeted us to destroy the Black community, and we have yet to recover. We went from owning all of our own businesses to owning 3% of Black business in this entire country. We only own 3% of businesses. Exactly. Where would we be? We would have surpassed them a long time ago. That's their fear. So they have put all of these obstacles in our path, and we still overcome them. So now you guys can see why they're so desperate and why they're doing the things that they're doing with the gerrymandering and all the shit to try to stay in power, because they fear us. Period. You know why? Because they have, just like the man said in the video, they have studied us. They sit around and study us. They have dissected us. They have done experiments on us. They know us better than we know ourselves. This is how they know that the shit that they're doing is going to work if we allow it to. I'm going to do only the part I can do. And that is to continue to create Black businesses, to continue to do what I do and spread the word and try to help y'all to be as healthy as you possibly can, because we are in a war. We've been in a war. We've been in a war. Our whole lives in this country has been a fucking war. So war is not new to us. Being broke is not new to us. None of this shit is new to us. Okay? This is why I'm pushing so hard for Black Sheep Sweeps, because this is going to be one little piece of something that can inspire other businesses. I want Black Sheep Sweeps to be a beacon of how business can be done to bring in as much of our community as we can. Let's create businesses that will bring in as many of our community as possible. Don't just own a dress shop. Don't just own I want a boutique. No, We need businesses that are going to make a shit ton of money so we can do other businesses. Okay? Us opening up this casino and making thousands and thousands of dollars a week from something people are already doing and already going to do. Now we have thousands and thousands of dollars to open up other businesses. If you want a dress shop, now you have the money where you ain't got to go beg nobody for it. Now you have the money where you can fund your real passion. My real passion is not casinos, but I see it as something that will make us all a shit ton of money so we can do what our passion is. You want to open up a black-owned grocery store in your neighborhood? Now you got the money. You ain't got to go kiss nobody's ass at no bank for them to just say no anyway. You want to own your mechanic shop? You want to own your own HVAC and your own electrician shop and your own shit? Now you ain't got to go beg nobody or kiss nobody's ass for the money. And now you also have a community of people that you can turn to and say, hey, how would you like to invest in my new electrician shop? How would you like to invest in my new HVAC? You know why? Because we're already in a community together that's making money. The only way we're going to change anything, that includes our health, is to make more fucking money and not work for them. You want a fucking job? Create one. That's all you have to do. If you want a job, create a job. If you want to work black sheep sweeps like it's your 9 to 5, do it. And you off on the weekends, do it. You want to work the night shift, do it. It's yours to do with whatever you want to do with it. It's yours to grow as big as you want it to grow. But this is an opportunity none of y'all should let pass you by. None of you. Because you're not going to get another opportunity like this ever. So please, when y'all get off of here, because I'm getting off, go and watch How to Sell the Negro. How to sell. Is it How to Sell the Negro or How to Sell to the Negro? Hold on. Make sure I give it to you right. The Secret. I don't know why I keep saying that. Because there is actually another one called How to Sell the Negro. The Secret of Selling the Negro. If y'all need to do a screen, I don't know if y'all can do a screenshot of it. Okay. The Secret of Selling the Negro. That's what y'all need to go watch so that you will open your eyes to what they have done to completely destroy the top earning community in the country. To flip it from the black community being the top earning country, the top earning culture in the country or group in the country, to being the least earning. And like I said, it only took 9 years for them to do it. Now you can see how it was done. All the way home when a black family moves next door. Y'all need to go watch all of these. This was made in 1957. So they're telling you about when black people move next to you. Y'all need to go watch this shit. The Tenement, 1967. They're talking about the projects. We went from home ownership. Yeah, it's on YouTube. We went from home ownership to living in the projects in just 9 years. Okay. So I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do all 4 of the blood types. We got off on a tangent tonight. Y'all know I tend to do that sometimes. But it was it was needed. It needed to be said. It was downloaded into me. You said I have it and it takes a minute to recover from watching them, but I couldn't stop. I mean, it's not, it'll piss you off. It should piss you off. You being pissed off by finding out something should motivate you to do something. Okay? You should know why we are in the condition that we're in. You should know that we're not in this condition by accident. Okay? Y'all need to know that most of the lives that we've led in this country have not been by accident. All of this shit has been by design. Every condition in this country has been by design. None of it has been by accident. Okay? Our health conditions are not by accident. They know exactly what they're doing. By having these food deserts and all of these chicken restaurants in your neighborhood, but no steakhouses, this is on purpose. None of this shit is by accident. Will I be posting this live? Yeah, all of my lives on YouTube are posted. Okay? You just gotta click on lives. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I need to go find me some food. All I've had today was some carrot juice and some pistachios. I was working though. Oh, all of your products, all of you guys that I gave products to, they were shipped out today. All of you that paid your shipping fee. Because I gave you the products for free, but you had to pay the shipping. So y'all should all have them at the latest Saturday. Okay? I actually recall some of the incidents growing up in the South, but I didn't understand. Yeah. It's all by design, boo-boo. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys back here again tomorrow. Look out for our some Black Sheep information. I will post about that. We had several people invest in their positions this weekend. So I want you guys to be able to take advantage of becoming a Black Sheep founder so that you can create your own jobs and make a shit ton of money. Okay. I posted the links for both videos. Fantastic. All right, guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow. Bye. Okay.